Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We're going to be playing some Grover today, Healer Grover to be specific, different to kind of the normal way he's played, which is as a hybrid or kind of a little bit more focused on just CC and stuff. And instead of doing that, which I've shown a million times before, we're going to be playing him as a healer, which I've actually been doing a little bit off camera recently, and it actually worked surprisingly well with a variant of the same sort of setup. It's even got the same cards, just leveled differently. Not really going to go through them because they are pretty straightforward and relatively standardized. This is the one I usually go for with Deep Brutes. Then we have this one, which is more focused on healing and less on the root. Then this third one is kind of a mix of the other two, but without the range. Pretty straightforward stuff. I'm sure you can get what I've done here, and let's jump into game one. We've got TDM Abyss, we've got a Willow, we've got a Torvald, a Damp, and a Dredge. Pretty try-hard TDM setup there. We're up against a Grover, a Vora, Alexa, Cassie, and a Strix. So we'll go ahead and grab the setup with the range. We'll start with Kronos, which is very important to the setup, of course. We've got Nightshade, Abyss, Spike, Direct Current, and then Wakona's Wrath. Somewhat interesting selection. And then Relentless Presence, and Authorized Use, Exaction, Death Hastens, and then Deep Brutes. I feel like it's a bit of a bad idea going for a flank, but we'll see what we can do. There's the Q. We should have an advantage here against Grover because he's got the root, but we have like the extra heals and stuff. Damp's coming in with a hand. There's a hit and a root. There's the Q. Nice. Technically it isn't a root now, it's just a cripple. It's still useful. Doesn't obviously stop them in place though. There goes the Strix. We're going to pull ourselves in. No, I'm not. We're just going to kill her instead. Start this match. I'm a little bit rusty, but whatever. We'll F ourselves over the top. Shot on a Q. There we go. Nice. That's a free double. We'll drop the Q here again for the big heals. Some more Kronos. We're already doing pretty good. 9-3. I'm just going to push in here. There's a shot and a cripple for the legs. We'll just finish him off. Well done, Dredge. Damn, we're going around the side as well. We'll F ourselves up a little bit. Nearly flinged myself off the map, but she has gone. Very cheeky. That's the Damber with the ult to save. There's a Q to heal up the Grover. We'll pull ourselves up kind of aggressively. We'll hit him with a shot and a cripple, or just the cripple. Went ahead and popped the ultimate. Probably didn't need to do that. Rip the Torvald. He just got flung off the map. There's a cripple for the Cassie. She is out. Well done, Damber here. We're shredding him 20-4. She's going for the ult, but she is not going to be able to get any of us here. There we go. There's another Q. We're pretty much in the middle of the team, which is where you want to be for this. It does massively help your healing output. We did cripple the Strix. We did get like 3 of them just there. We did hit the double tap on the Cassie. We'll pull ourselves in. Hello, Lex. There's a tap. See, at the start of this video has not been anywhere near as rough as usual because I'm kind of warmed up with Grover already, but still say I'm playing kind of janky though. There's some hits for the Lex. He is out. There's a Q. We're healing for a mad amount so far and also dealing pretty damn good damage. We've got a double on Lex apparently. Put ourselves in aggressively. Why not? There's a cripple onto the Cassie. Some little 500s. There's a Q. I do have the ultimate up. I guess we can go for it. Why not? We're pretty much at the end here. But yeah, with the setup we have like a 6-second cooldown on the Q, which is pretty damn big, and we can reduce it a little bit with the right click as well. I'm just going to sit here again kind of in the middle. There's a big Q for the lot of them. There's a shot on a right click. Vora's going for the ult. Kind of walking into a wall a little bit though. There's another Q. She's getting the execute on Torvald, but she's gone. That was kind of weird. Lex is trying to ult ourselves up. There's a Q. Shot on a right click onto the Strix. He's out 39-12. I was in the zone for that one, and there is the victory. One hell of a game to start off the video. Feel like it actually worked really well there. So yeah, there we go. There are the stats. 10-1, 17, 20 streak, 25k, 36k. More than happy with that there. Our Damber did a really good job. Our Torvald did pretty good there as well. Our Willow and our Dredge both shredded, although Dredge specifically was doing really good there. Then for their side, their Lex was struggling a little bit. Their Strix did fine. Their Cassie did pretty good. Probably did the best there. Their Vora did okay, but also had a bit of a hard time. And their Grover did okay, but also struggled a little bit. Team-wise in that one, we kind of shredded them. We had mad synergy, but for game 2, we got on Performance Rise. Shoutouts to Looney. He's on Sim. We've also got a Grok, a Vora, and a Damber. And then for their side, a Makoa, an Android Grover, a Damber, and a Sky. So even more of a similar team comp to what we had last time round. It's going to be an interesting matchup here for sure, but I'm going to be focusing on heals. Damber can go for stuns, Grok can go for damage, and it should work out quite well. Would probably be better off going for Deep Roots here, but for the sake of the video, we'll go for the same thing. We've got Guillotine, Relentless Presence, Maelstrom, and then whatever Damber grabs. Spirit's Chosen, Deep Roots, Smoke and Dagger, Cursed Revolver, and Pluck. There is a preemptive Q for the heal, but this is a pretty good situation to go for healing Grover. I'd say I'm going to pull myself up away from that. There's a root, there's a Q. I'm just going to get towards the team here because there's like 3 people. I don't know how the hell I managed to escape that. Pull myself up. There's a shot and a root for the Grover. It's not a root, it's a cripple, but we're actually kind of holding the point here. Little tap or 2 for the Grover. There's a shot and a root. There's a Q. Like I did try and say, this is probably the best situation to go for this because it actually kind of makes sense. I'm definitely dead because all 3 of them were up there. I thought somebody on our side was pushing around. A bit of a bad play there from me. We were kind of playing on the bottom. They were all playing on the top, but it seems like we ended up with the team fight being kind of even. They're like 10 points ahead. It's pretty much the same. Jump on the top. There's a shot and a cripple. There's a Q. See if we can finish him off. And nice. We stopped him from getting into the air. For it was on cooldown. I don't know. We're training with the Grover. There is a shot and a ripple as well. Yep, sure. We're going to pull ourselves across. There's another little tap for him. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. They're just very, very grouped so far. I would say we're both playing very well though as teams, and it's actually a really, really good onslaught so far. There is a Q. Don't know how the hell I did that with the F. They think they did fix a few of the bugs, but I guess you can still kind of do it. Shot there and a cripple. That is the Sky going for the ult. The indicator showed up late, which is kind of bullshit. I probably shouldn't have ulted there. Andrew's trying to kill me, but obviously we just have a ridiculous amount of tankiness. There is a Q just out of range from the Zin. There's a shot and a a cripple. I think they kind of forgot I was up here. I guess we're just going to get some points going up. There's a Q. Hello, Makoa. Sure, there's a shot and a right click. I think I'm dead. Yeah, he's going to hit me with a combo. That shell dealing 500 really makes that way more awkward to deal with. He's also gone for pluck, of course. There is Andrew going for the ult again. We finished off our Chronos. There is a Q. There's a shot and a right click. We do get like a second off the cooldown from landing that, so it's worth trying to hit. There's another Q. There's a shot and a right click again. Going to pull myself into spawn because Makoa's right there. I do not feel like dying. Honestly, even if we lose this is one hell of a good onslaught. I think he tried to pull himself over and he's now going to die for it. Made a very similar play a second or two ago. There goes the Maldam. I'm going to go for the ult. I tried to save the Zim. I was like a second too late. I should use that a little bit earlier. I'm just going to push up. Shot and a cripple. Never mind. There is a Q. We're going to jump up kind of over the top. There's a hit for him. He's going for the ult. We are genuinely like constantly trading back and forth. This is one of my favorite onslaught games I've played in a minute. I'm just going to sit up here and throw out some heals. There's a Q for the Zin and the Damba and the Grok. He's going to go for the ult. There's a hit and a root. Never mind. He just about dodged that, but he's still gone. There's a Q dead to the Andro. Fair enough. He has a freaking bunch of shots on me there. Grover with deep roots is really, really annoying. We're going to get some more Haven. Drop a Q there. There's a hit and a root. Missed the root, but that's fine. More taps on to the Makoa. Just trying to get some heals out if we can. Just throwing over some 400s, but that really isn't all that much. There's a cripple to stop him from dashing again. We healed the Vora a little bit. It's going to stick in here with her. But like I should mention, this is also a pretty good map for what we're going for. I don't know how that root missed you, but I guess he's still dead. Thankfully, Zin managed to get rid of him there. That fear was a bit weird. There's a Q. Zin going for the ult. I don't know if he's going to get rid of the Damba. I guess I don't know if he was aiming for the Makoa there or not, but there's a Q. Hello, Sky. There's some hits for you. She's kind of low. Going to try and sit on the point a little bit. That's the Andro going for the ult. We're going to pull ourselves up. Damba's running in. There's a root for the Sky. There's a Q. I could go for my ult here, but it's probably not a good idea. We did get rid of her. At least they're all there. It's just me and the Grok. Zin is running in on the side. There's a Q. What a tense onslaught. We don't usually have games like this. There's a shot and a root for the Andro. Finished him off. There's my ult. Just going to stand on the point to get some congestion going. There's a Q. I can't even take my eyes off the screen for like a second and like look at the camera because this is just a constant like team fight situation. I'm going to pull myself away from him and there's a Q. Okay, there's a shot. There's a shot and a root. He's now going for the ult. I think that means I'm dead. I'm just going to try and pull him away from the team. I threw the heal and then hit the thing. There's a shot and a right click which I missed. Zin is just back there. There's a Q for him. Try to get out to the Grok as well. He's going to go for the ult though, so I guess he's fine. There's a cripple for the Grok. He's out. Not a Grok. It's a freaking Grover. That's a Sky ult. There goes the Makoa. He doesn't have his thing. Never mind. Took a little second. There's a Q. Managed to juke though with the F. I don't know how the hell I pulled that play off again. Very cheesy. There goes the Sky. Bit of a lucky shot. Going to sit on the point. There's a Q. Finish off the Grover. We should be able to do this. There's like freaking 3 of us on him here. There's a Q. I'm going to pull myself over this way. There goes both of them. I'm kind of on my own. There's a cripple. Never mind. Q for the Vora, but she is out. Okay, I guess it's just me and Damba. He's going to die here as well, so we're going to pull ourselves back and try and retreat. That did not work. I've just had the same exact thing that happened to the Grover earlier. There's a Q. Seems like they managed to push back on it there pretty damn well. I reckon they've got this in the bag as a win, but we've put up a really good fight for it, and this has just been a really enjoyable match, so I don't even care. Do have the ultimate up. Seems like we're all pushing here on the right side. There's a Q. I'm going to go for the ult because Damba's going to go for it. I guess I was just expecting them to do something there because we were all very, very grouped. There's a Q. Back up to full for the lot of them. Zin's going for the ult. There goes the Grover. There's a root which I missed. Damba went for the ult. That's the fear. There's a Q. Can we finish off there? Grover. At least he's on like nothing. Going to pull myself up. Don't know what the hell I'm doing here. There's a Q. Hello, Sky. I think I'm dead here. I'm going to pull ourselves across. There's a shot and a root. I don't know how again I missed that. We should be dead here. No mind, he's going for the ult. There's a Q. This is so fucking messy. Trying to dip onto the point every now and again just to contest it a little bit whilst I'm up here. It's a pretty good spot for me to be. That Sky was on nothing, but I don't know where she went. She's going to throw the ult down. Sure, there's a tap for her. There's another one. I don't have any quarter ice, so I'm not counting any healing or anything. Shot and a cripple. There's a Q. I do have the ultimate up. I went for a little bit of a morale boost to get it more often. We're going to pop it here because why the hell not? Match is pretty much over. There we go. There's a Q. There's a shot and a cripple. Stopped him from spinning. We're going to pull ourselves up onto the Andro a little bit. Shot and a root frim. Sure, there's another one. Never mind. I'm going to pull myself up. Hello, Makoa. Oh, I think I'm dead. I'm going to try and pull myself over this way towards the Zin. There's a cripple. Yep, sure. There's another tap for him. There's a Q. There's a hit. Makoa's going for the ult. That's me dead, and there is the defeat. They definitely deserve the win. I think overall as a team they were a little bit better than us, but that was one of the best onslaught matches I played in ages. I really enjoyed it, and I think I showed the setup off pretty well. I reckon I would have done a little bit better with deep roots, but I'm still not going to complain. 5-7, 25, 180 seconds on the point, 60k damage and 83k healing. I'm more than happy with how we did still. For the rest of the stats, our Vora did pretty good, our Damba did solid, but probably could have done a little bit better. Our Zin did a pretty good job there, and so did our Grok. Shouts to the lot of them there. That was just a fantastic match. For their side, their Damba did okay, their Sky did alright, their Andro and their Makoa definitely did the best, and their Grover did a fine job there as well. To be honest, that match just felt like one long team fight, and I feel like what we went for was actually the best decision there, because Damba was going for damage, our Grok was going for damage. If we went for deep roots, we might have got a few more kills from the CC and been a little bit more annoying, but we would have healed for, I think, a lot less, just because in that match I was constantly using my Q pretty much every 6 or 7 seconds and getting a pretty beefy heal to the entire team, and the map played really into our favour there as well. Alright, anyway, for game 3, we've got TDM Dragon Arena, we've got a Khan, we've got a Mave, Cassian, and Tiberius, another pretty good situation for healing Grover. I'm up against a Willow, which does counter it a little bit, Koga, Andrew, another Grover. We've seen a lot of Grover today, weirdly, and another Mave. We'll go ahead and grab the same thing. Fang. We've got Predatory Instincts, Cat Burglar, Storm Bullets, and Impulse. There's an early Q. We're up against Curse of All, Rogue's Gambit, Deep Roots, Adrenaline Junkie, and Scorn. There's a right click for the Andro. Missed it. Just going to pull myself over this way. There's a hit and a cripple. She should be dead. She got healed by the Grover bit. Hey, she's still out. Well done, Khan. There's a Q for these two guys. We're going to pull ourselves up. Again, getting that really extra long range on the F, which sometimes just manages to happen if you get the right angle for it. There's a Q. We're actually nearly getting rid of the Willow there. There goes the Willow. We had like 70 there just to finish her off. There's a jump and a right click. There's a Q. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. I thought I was going to get my ult up there, but run over this way. There is a Q for the lot of them. Shot and a cripple, or just the cripple. That works fine. We're getting kind of shredded. Willow's in the air. Pull ourselves over this way. Yeah, I think you can still do the thing with the F. I think it's just a little bit more awkward to do. That's a Willow Q. I think that means I'm gone. Nope, we're fine. There's a little hit for the Andro. There's another one. I'm definitely dead here. There's a right click. There's a pull. Thank you, Khan, for this freaking save. There's a shot and a right click for the Maeve. There's a Q just for me, I suppose. We're kind of trading with the Grover here. I do have my ultimate, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to let myself die. Would be a bad idea. There's the Koga going for the ult. I'm going to go for mine as well, just to counter. I guess his damage stats going to look pretty good, but I guess my healing number will as well, although I don't think it counts self-heal, so no, he's just going to have a little bit more damage than usual. We are kind of shredding him here in this team fight, though. There is a Q. We're going to pull ourselves up this way. There's a shot and a cripple, which I missed. I'm trying to hit the Koga because I can see him firing at me, but I have no idea where he is. Yeah, you can definitely still do the thing with the F. I just did it again there. We're going to go for the ultimate. That should be some pretty damn big heals. That Khan is nearly dead, though. They're in the dead zone. That's probably going to make sure that they're dead. There's a shot and a cripple. That didn't work. I'm trying to dodge some shots. Going to pull ourselves this way. Andro, there is a Q. There's a cripple for the Grover. Never mind. I'm definitely dead. There's like 3 of them on me. We are getting shredded here right at the end. Koga went for the ult. I think he just got a triple. There's a shot and a cripple. Frim. Grover's on a 19 streak. Let's stop that. There we go. Pull ourselves over a little bit. Nearly set myself off the map. There's a shot and a root. Dead, of course, to the Andro and the Koga there because they were both on me and there was no one else there to really help me. There's a shot and a right click for the Willow. There's a tap for the Grover and another one. There's a Q and there is the defeat. They deserve the win. They really stepped it up there towards the end. Overall, another good game though. Actually surprised that all of this went so well. I was expecting us to have maybe 1 or 2 rough situations. The Willow dead zone was kind of annoying, but still 4, 8, 25k, 31k. I'm fine with that. Their Grover did outdo us, but obviously we had a tank. They didn't. They had a Willow dead zone. We didn't. As for the rest, our Cassie had a bit of a hard time. Didn't do too bad. Tiberius actually shredded though. The Khan did okay. Probably go down a little bit better. And the Maeve also struggled a little bit there. We actually had about the same damage as her, which is a little bit weird for this. Their Koga did pretty good. Their Willow did a really good job. Their Andro shredded. Their Grover also did a pretty damn good job. And then their Maeve struggled a little bit. I don't know if these are people who were in the last game, so I recognize some of the names, but maybe I just played with them before. I don't know, but there we go. That was Max Healing Grover. Don't really know what else I could say here at the end that I haven't said throughout the course of the video. Would I take it over Deep Roots Grover? My answer to that would be occasionally. Depends on the situation. For game 2 there, that was genuinely, I think, the better choice because Deep Roots wouldn't have been that helpful. But in most situations, you're probably better off going for Deep Roots and then kind of the standard sort of hybrid setup instead of just focusing completely on heals. But every now and again, it's fun to mix it up and it does work pretty damn well. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, let me know what you want to see me do next. I'll see you guys all very, very soon. And as always, stay Frost.